Well, you wouldn't believe it, right? I mean, we have a lot of clubs around the world and a lot of clubs in the U.S. And when you see the passion of our members, literally, I was in the bakery at our club here, and this is from National Charlotte, but I was in our bakery a little while ago. Somebody was coming in and buying "Make America Great Again" hats. So, I mean, the passion's incredible. Every single person, you could speak to many of them. They just love the campaign. They love what they're doing. Please, no matter what it is, you have to win the presidency. You can't allow Hillary Clinton to win the presidency. And it's there's a lot of passion. They know us as people. They know us as human beings. So many clubs like this one, we rebuilt from the ground up, and they know how good we are at turning things around. And this country needs a turnaround. I mean, this country needs to be fixed in a major way. The infrastructure of this country needs to be fixed. The education system in this country needs to be fixed. The military needs to be fixed. We need to work on a national deficit. We need to get people back to work. There's a lot of people out of the workforce in this country that need to get back into work. We need to bring manufacturing back to this country. So many things. And, indirectly, they've seen us do that, obviously to a smaller degree, but in so many of these properties. And I think that's why they're so excited about it. Sure. Well, listen, we do it pretty indirectly, to tell you the truth. We like, there's certainly people who have said, listen, I'd love to have host an event at the club, or I want to do a viewing party when we're, winning various states for Super Tuesday and other things. At the same time, as a business, you have to be non-politically affiliated. So we certainly have a lot of friends. We certainly have a lot of fans, are all members of the club. But at the same time, with the clubs, we actually run them on a fairly non-political basis. We have people from every walks of life at every club, right, with different political views. And, so many of them at the same time love us, Democrats and Republicans alike. They love us. They know us. They know us as a family. They know us as good people. And again, they see what we do every day and they want to support that mission. So, on an entity standpoint, again, you don't have an affiliation, but I think just based on the love and friends that we have, obviously we have tremendous support. Well, I have to say it's amazing. What my father and the momentum and the energy that he has created for politics is nothing short of incredible. In fact, when we won Oregon the other night, he has more votes in a Republican presidential primary than any candidate in history. And it's amazing. And listen, we still have, 13 states left to go or 12 states left to go or whatever it is at this point. I mean, it's really incredible what he's created. He has 2-3 times the voter turnout that they had in 2012. If you look at the Democratic side, they're down by 30 or 40%. So, what he's created is amazing. I mean, he's created a momentum. He's a guy who's not politically correct. He doesn't tiptoe around issues. He speaks from his, mind and his heart, and he says what's on his mind. He's not afraid to put America first, as opposed to taking care of everybody else and putting everybody else's interests ahead of our own country. And, people really like that message. People like the fact that he self-funded his campaign and that, he hasn't been in politics before and he doesn't have little side deals with everybody. I mean, he's going in there as a newbie, and believe me, he'll shake up the system and he'll take care of the problems and he'll take care of them, very, very quickly. And, so he's an unconventional candidate who's done tremendously well in this process. And, I really think come November, I think we're going to win it. I mean, I think we're going to win it by a lot. Honestly, I'm not even one to talk to social issues. I build hotels for a living and golf courses and other things. It's, it's not what it is. But listen, we have tremendous assets in this state. We have this and others. I mean, it's really, a very, very lucky state for us. And, at the same time, my wife's from the state. I mean, there's no one that knows North Carolina, better than us in a certain way. I spend a tremendous amount of time down here, even personally, with her. She lives in Wilmington, and, I love it. I mean, it's truly a great spot. And so, I've gotten to know many of the people of the state, and I think we've gotten to know many of the people of the state as we build assets like this. And I think we're going to do amazing well in North Carolina. I mean, if you look at the amount of bumper stickers, if you look at the amount of signs, even coming into development today, I mean, we probably passed 200 Trump signs, in people's lawns and this and that. And I mean, it's incredible. The momentum in the state is truly, truly incredible. So as it pertains to social issues, I don't know. I don't get involved. I think, it's a tough one. I mean, no, it's not even that I want to say safe. It's just a tough one. I mean, it's a tough one, right? There's no right answer to some of these things, and it's a tough one. Yeah, oftentimes it's kind of interesting. I mean, the thing that he's running on is the fact that he's an incredible businessman. He's an incredible entrepreneur. He's an incredible businessman. He's an incredible negotiator. And sometimes I actually find it that we spend less time talking about, what he's done across the course of his life, which is build one of the biggest real estate empires, in the world, and one of the best hotel brands, and one of the best golf brands. And, that's a very, very special thing. And I think it, deserves a lot of attention and focus because, quite frankly, those are the same things he'd be doing for the country. So oftentimes it's, talk about your policy on this, tell us about The Apprentice, tell us about, it's those things have taken up so little of his time over the span of his life and don't represent him as the man he is. I mean, they tell a small picture, but really, I mean, he's been incredible business success. There's no one better at what they do than he, and seems to be the question that gets asked the least, which I always find fascinating. So, I really try and push that message because he'd be an unbelievable commander in chief. I mean, he'd just be a great, great commander in chief.